Right. Today is the Romans versus the Magyars, a Hungarian-Romanian masterpiece of a civ that, granted, doesn't get any economic bonus. It's just a war machine. And the Romans, a well-to-do and thoughtless economical bonus of 5% gathering rate. So let's start it off, right? Since I've been playing the Vietnamese of late, I've started to be more direct on trying to find where my opponent is. I was very fortunate to just get all my sheep all at once. So that means I can start looking for my opponent pretty soon, which I begin that quest now. So let's go ahead and go to the opponent's side. So the Magyars, they get 15% off their light cavalry line. So that means instead of paying 80 food, they pay, I think, 68 or something like that. Yeah. And so that's pretty cool. They get all the attack upgrades for free immediately upon the next stage. So forging, iron casting, blast furnace, respectively, per each phase. And not these animals, but there's something in the wild that isn't a peaceful, well-to-do wild horse. Yes, how convenient. They can one-strike wildlife. So there's this Hungarian folklore where some guy apparently killed 2 wolves with his bare hands. I believe it. Eastern Europe is like the South in America, just yeehaw their way through life, which is fantastic. And yeah, I'd believe it. So that's kind of a bonus, but you know, it is theirs. And then their cavalry archers can get +1/+1 via recurve bow, their unique tech, which is essentially bracer again. Which is quite massive because cavalry archers don't have the greatest range, and while their DPS is lesser than a foot archer, you have that mobility. So their primary tenet is pure aggression. Because they don't have an eco bonus, they can just spam hussars with their cheapness, but at the same point, they gotta apply the aggression to make up for their lack of eco bonus. But lastly, their unique unit is the Magyar Hussar. It's a siege sniping specialist. It looks really cool. I don't think it's the coolest in the game. A lot of people do. Obviously, I'm going against them, but even then, I'm a pretty good opponent in terms of recognizing the coolest or not. But he could have just killed himself. But he saved the villager, so that was cool. So I pulled in my 2 boars, and that's kind of that. So, generally speaking, that's the Magyar Hussar to the Romans. So, they're definitely my favorite civ on closed maps. On open maps, I genuinely feel like their late game is one of the best, if you can mass your ideal comp. And if you have either map control or you pick the fights you want. But generally speaking, this is a civ that can really punch above what a typical infantry siege combo can do. So 5% faster, as mentioned earlier, so it's thoughtless. They don't carry 5% more, they just work, build, and repair 5% faster. It's just little nuances across the game where you just feel that synergy. So, for some context, I can queue the TC and then build the houses, and it works out every single time, which is nice. Yes, the Spanish can build 3 houses at once, but you know, this is 5%, so it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Unfortunately, I did abandon the sheep a little early than I would have liked, but that's because I wanted to get a barracks up. And fun fact, if you attack with your scout in Dark Age, and as long as you have loom, you can kill a scout. It's only when they reach feudal that one-on-one does not work out. But out of caution. You know, I wanted to send another. Yeah, he lives, which is annoying, but whatever, right? So, I want to do this infantry push to his base. I still have no idea where it is. Earlier, as the viewer, you saw where it was. But yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I want to apply my own aggression, but we're gonna get into some lengthy feudal age shenanigans, which is very, very typical in the pros, and it does happen at 1100 or so elo. But yeah, shenanigans will be abound. So I see that he's building an archery range, and I see where his base is. So I know what I need to do. I just relatively have to execute. So anyways, back to the Romans. Their scorpions are, I think, Schlachta privileges for the Poles. It's only 30 gold instead of 75 with that 60% discount, which is pretty sweet. Their Centurion, which is one of, if not the main reasons why I elected for this civ, is, other than the Boyar and maybe the Lechai, the best Castle Age cavalry unit, because it can withstand 70 arrows, which I think is akin to the Tarkin of the Huns, because they both share 4 pierce armor, so most likely. I've walled it off on the west. I'm not even bothered on the east, because relatively speaking, I want to go straight forward. But I know he's got range units that will be here, so I will have to build an archery range, and that's the plan. That's whenever I get more wood. And yeah, their scorpions can fire 33% faster with a tech called ballistics, or ballistas rather. And speaking of ballistics, they were the first to only have their scorpions benefit with ballistics. Now everyone gets it, but I don't see enough people taking advantage of it. So it's still kind of a one-of-one-ish realm. That to say, their infantry get double the effect of blacksmith armor upgrades, so very arrow resistant. And even to Imperial Age, they're at or a little less than a champion, but their benefit is they get +4 infantry bonus when you upgrade them to Centurion, which replaces the champion. And the two-handed swordsman, so by default it's faster. Their unique tech Comitenses gives a +5 charge attack and increases the training speed of Centurions, Nightline, and Legionaries 50%. So it's really nice. And the Spearmen aren't totally neglected, because with double the effect, their armor is +1 over a standard halberdier. Well, when you upgrade them later on. But okay, so we're getting our ideal comp. Let's see what our opponent's doing. Yep, as I predicted, archers. He's going open base as well, and that's fine, because that's obviously what I want to do. That was probably a misclick. That's funny though. But he's got a good idea, so I got the scout, which is nice. I wish I would have microed this better, but as you can tell, really just he's getting pumped, and it's fine. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and try and do this thing. Just massing it up, and yeah, we're going to go from there. So I figure he'll do a wraparound, but we want to try and get this done. And we want to So I already know he's going to come around. I didn't see it, obviously, but I knew it was going to happen. So just mine a little more gold, mind my business, keep the food blood going. And I see him. Somewhat inconvenient, but you know, I know it's coming, so no biggie. In the meanwhile, I'm over here, see if we can generate anything. Let's change the HUD real quick. Okay, so that's me killing a scout and the military, and yeah, it should be good. So anyways, we're gonna get to some shenanigans. So hopefully we'll break through, do some stuff. And then I'm wanting to funnel him, and I also want to kind of test his vigor. It sounds easy, but he's getting attacked over here. Pathing, man. So anyways, this works in my favor because he's not managing it. So I get some free kills. So I'm winning in that respect. And, you know, they want to stay occupied, but it's unfortunate. And then, yeah, I'm kind of trying to manage two things, so that's why I'm doing that. I don't think I lose a villager yet. So, okay, I'm through. Please tell me we get this kill. Oh my gosh, I hope so. I definitely got military kills, that's for sure. Meanwhile, I don't think he's gotten any over here. No. Yes. Alright, there we go. We're getting some villager kills now. Gosh. Not that infantry deserve trample damage in feudal, but that would be nice. Sweet. Alright, so yeah, we get the kills, great. Again, I don't think I lost any villagers over here, but I also wasn't looking over there. So anyways, decent damage done. I'm not going to do a second push. I just need to... I wish he would have tagged along, but probably would have tagged with archers anyways. So anyways, I know he's going to keep coming back. Now, to what magnitude, I don't know, but he'll be back. So, typically, this is sweat level, but I know it's the Magyars, and also, I'm doing pretty good overall in terms of managing. So he's good, plugging the wall up. Gosh, this is just... it's a lot to bottleneck. But I know he's here. I should have sent him this way, but that's okay. And I could have gotten a free hit, but that's alright. So anyways, he's going to keep bringing his army forward, and that's fine. There we go. We got a free hit. Maybe? Okay, now let's wait. Yeah, the Scurbs killed the chicken. They went rogue. I don't know why. Anyways, so yeah, obviously for me, which is a little risque, but I'd love to get a castle up. As soon as Castle Age hits, that dead skirmisher, I was a misclick. I wanted to delete the walls, clicked on him, clicked delete, so that was kind of funny. Not really. 70 res wasted. 25 food, 35 wood. Which is cheap, but you know. So yeah, my economy is really starting to soar right now, which is great. Just wanting to click up eventually, right? So anyways, the war will go on. Now, fortunately, I walled this off, so it kind of just keeps it one side of the map. I think my map gen was generally not as great in terms of walling off, but I did what I needed to. And so, this will probably be a problem later. So, clicked up. He's about 25% faster than me in that department, but generally speaking, we're doing pretty good. So, I thought he'd try this way, but he's trying this way. And, oh my gosh. So anyways, I start to leave. Again, I don't think I lost a villager in Feudal Age, which is nice. I want to send some bills forward to repair this, and then I find the weak one and keep it farming. And then conveniently, my skirms are here. That should have one-shotted him, my gosh. Sour. So anyways, unfortunate to keep moving around, but do what I need to. I did keep a couple villagers here, so that was nice. Did he even attack? Yeah, okay, he was attacking the archer. That's great. So anyways, I figure he's beating me in Castle Age, getting there, so I'm just gonna get the double stables up, try to make some knights, try to make it from there. So now I have to bring my army all the way back over here. So he's doing good, you know, he's applying pressure, but fortunately, I'm staying with him. Even though I'm down, well, I'm gonna get back up. Well, actually I'm up, but you know, in terms of the castle timing. So anyways, I knew this guy was gonna do that. I think I managed to get this archer with the scout. Yes, I did. So anyways, we're gonna town center this, try to secure it. Let's see if there's any deaths here. Yeah, definitely lost a villager. So they get blast furnace right off the rip, which is pretty insane. But you know, they don't have an eco boost. He got his villager kills. I think he had 2. And I want to say I had 2 or 3. Anyways, we're going to try and secure this. I know a night push will be coming my way, so I don't want to take it for granted. And I also don't want to get castle dropped on my face. So I'm going to do what I need to. I think it's an absolute waste when people just have one villager doing it, but again, these people are able to just produce. He's doing double stable knights, so good transition, and then, yeah, it's kind of that. The pro world, the meta used to be crossbows and knights. It's kind of cool in that it's usually cavalry archers or just pure knights from what I've seen. At my 1100 elo. So, I'm getting the wood and gold. Getting the food and gold composition compiling, which is good, but I'm not pumping out military like I'd like to, but it's gonna happen. It's just I gotta do what I need to on that. So let's look at his upgrades. Again, free blast furnace. I want to say he has the first armor upgrade in, and that's kind of that so far. So you can tell in the queue I am going so villager heavy, which is always smart, but you know, I want to get my military up. So my plan is to have the Centurion. Comparative to the Knight, I want to say it has 15 or 20 more HP. Maybe, I think it's 20. And it has a +1 attack. And it may have 1 extra melee armor, but it definitely has an extra pierce armor. I think it has an extra pierce. So it has a +1 attack, like already above, right? So not like it has forging and that's it. And then 15 to 20 more HP. So that's what I want, because I can have less of them, though they're expensive, 75 food, 80 gold, 85 gold, but I can punch harder, so that's what I want to do. And they are created 6 in-game seconds faster than a knight. So yeah. But okay, generally speaking, things are relatively going according to plan. If I was smart, I would have deleted this. I would have made another town center, because the hammer's coming my way pretty soon. Now, again, he's smart. He's waiting until he's got a decent number. So what do we have here? 13. Nice. So that's pretty solid. 2 feudal age guys hanging out. I have a couple myself. Definitely a few pets. But here we go. So I know it's going to happen, I just don't know when. So I got 4 knights and a centurion. I have my armor, 2 armor, and 1 attack. And here we go. 13 knights. So let's see how this goes. It's gonna get a lot of kills. That's that much I know. So yep, he's got the kill lead on me. At least I'm taking HP off, but again, these are... Gosh, are they not double upgraded? I feel like they really are. So, I'm somewhat confident, feeling like, okay, you know, this is a decent army. So yes, equal army count, but the weightier version is probably better. Idiotic pathing, once again. So yeah, I get devastated. Well, I get wrecked, but yeah. Granted, the HP is trash, but jeez, that is kind of annoying. The fact that that was the kill. Let's see. Okay, good, finally, jeez. Just like Indestructo over here. Do I get the weak one? There's no way. Well, let's just see how this goes.
Salve.
Giving their life up for the city of Rome. So anyways, at this point, I'm frustrated. I'm like, okay, can we maybe get some kills? I should have targeted the weak ones, but at least he didn't snack on that villager on his way out, so that was cool. Okay. Well, that was a pretty decent push. In spite of that, I'm right there with him on villagers. So, I think he got to 20... I don't know how many villager kills he has. Forgot out of that. But because of all that, he's up on the villager lead. But I have more town centers, and, yeah. So, sounds good. So I'm gonna heal up. I almost said repair, jeez. Not that machinist. I'm gonna heal these guys. I want to go on a counter raid, but that's just gonna take a while. And I'm just gonna try and outboom this guy. So, found some idle villagers, so now they're back to work, as I said. Why do I only have 3 stone miners? So anyways. Yeah, he has depleted his main build. Oh my gosh. So, a bonus for me is in the long term, in spite of all those losses, from a statistical standpoint, I'm doing way better. Now, again, he's smart. He's going to heal these guys up. And he will be back. That much is safe to assume. So, I'm double walling off certain areas of the map. If I was smart, I would have done the same up here, but whatever. And that's kind of that. So, I'm going to be building up my Centurion numbers. I want to start getting relics. But from a society standpoint, we're doing pretty good, So, when I do this push, I know he'll have more numbers than me, and I'm just not getting enough Centurion numbers. So I kind of want to equalize it with some Spearmen. Now, if I got the double armor upgrades, I think it could have been a little more worth its while. But yeah, so anyways, he's smart, so he's restoring that. Doing that. So yeah, we're gonna start getting relics. Absolute layup. Granted, I kind of built outside of my normal starting TC, but really, like, that's not far at all. We'll get that one too, eventually. Okay, so we're getting our numbers going. So that's kind of that. And I'm going to start sending out the monks. In the meanwhile, I kind of think he's going a little too... Oh, that's why. Okay. I was going to say, I think he's going a little too crazy on night counts, but that's because... yeah, he already clicked up. Granted, again, the timing, but it's Arabia, so timing's always going to be a little jacked. So anyways, things are going pretty good, and that's kind of that, and this is the power of attacking. Like, okay, yeah, great idea, but the reality is, so again, I know I have the score lead, but I also am looking at the clock, and I know I'm not in a good position to click up, right? So I need a lot more res, and I need some friggin' farms. But I kind of got my face punched, and now I'm a little shell-shocked, but generally speaking, it's kind of where we're at. So, we're getting the farms up now. So that's good. So our food eco should start doing a lot better. I want to say I have handcart already, but I don't know. Let's check it out. No, I have wheelbarrow. Okay. So he's doing the extremely expensive but very deadly combo of Cav Archers and Knights. I mean, if you can manage Paladin and Cav Archer, great. I at least could as the Cumans, but no other Civ I've been able to, even in my Hunnic phase. So I'm getting relics double ring. So, okay, while I say that, I think I have 3, and maybe I'll get to number 4? I don't know yet. Alright, so I'm doing my counterattack, right? Because Yeah, he made it to Imperial Age. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So anyways, while I'm attacking here, I kind of want to hope he's not paying attention over here. Which actually happens. I got a few free Cav Archers. The Feudal Age duo is gone. That's really funny. So anyways, that's happening. I get Blast Force now for some reason, and I will be clicking up as soon as I get the gold count. 3 rocks. I totally thought I had 4. So just like him, the town centers aren't going to do anything. Okay, I have 10 more HP. Yeah, I have Blood Mines. Alright, so he's fully upgraded. Oh, sweet. The guy that was hanging out back here is now over here. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to get anything done. Big sad. Okay. Do I get a single kill out of this? Maybe. There's no way.
Salve.
Oh, kind of close. Anyways, great to be fixated on that. So I know what's coming my way. I'm going to start massing my Scorpions, and I am going to transition. So I just have to get some kills. Hopefully I will get some. Great, nothing. The things of things. So anyways, there's a lot of things I need, but of which is some production facilities, and I just need an army count. So that's what I'm starting to do, right? And I'm very fortunate in my decision to... This castle may have been placed a little better elsewhere, but generally speaking, I mentioned earlier I wanted a town center here, so I kind of realized, you know what, let me put a castle here. So that should relatively protect this amount of eco. And then obviously this protects this amount, and then this protects my gold and my stuff. So great castle placements. If I could have had one more back here, great, but we're going to find out I need to save all my res. So that was a nice step back without pummeling. They didn't firing. So anyways, I know he's going to come over here. He doesn't know I have this here. So we'll see what shenanigans come out of this. Does he have recurve though? I remember clicking on it. Maybe. No, he does. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I want to say yeah, but okay. The only thing I need, again, is just military, right? I hope I save these guys. I want to say I did. Okay, cool. So I threw them on the hill. I deleted this blacksmith, which is annoying, but I had to. And got help on the way, so that's good. And oh, look at that freaking VIP reason to have these things. And yeah, I didn't even have ballistics. So obviously in Arena, it's a lot easier to prioritize upgrades and so on, but generally speaking, I had a lot of pressure, and then now I'm able to come back. I've always run into this issue of pressure and not production, but I've gotten a little better at it. So he's throwing away a lot of knights. Yeah, he's getting some Scorpions. It's not working. So I have the knights under control, so I tell the castle to pivot and attack eventually. Everything's a lot slower than what I think it is in game. But there's a lot going on. So my castle's on the high ground, his is on the low ground, so I'm getting less damage. Yeah, like not even 300 a clip, maybe? So anyways, things are going good. A lot of idle bills, but we're going to start getting them back to production. Finally get hand card. Jeez. So anyways, see, but look, you can tell on his queue, he's going to move away from knights. And even if he has them, he can't sustain them. That's nice. So then his counter is he wants to build Legionnaires. Yeah, or kind of speaking managers. I know it's Mangonel, but you know, Mangonel sounds a little cooler. So anyways, he's back. I don't know if I'll notice in time. Yeah, I do, but you know, these guys are going to take a billion TC arrows. So that's unfortunate. But I'm doing what I need to over here. And because I was smart earlier, just collecting all this stone, I'm able to buy myself to. He should have made way more traps, but he didn't. So that was convenient for me. I'm finally starting to get ballistics. So the halbs will go to work. I have the centurions to snipe siege. Yeah, these are basic mangonels. So I still come out on top of this. It doesn't look like I am, but I'm not. He didn't have the cav archers numbers, and he didn't have critical mass of knights. So frankly, this worked out pretty good. Funnily enough, I didn't buy anything. Had a market, just didn't buy anything. That was great. Just pump them full of bolts. So anyways, I realized, not necessarily that I'm out of gold, but I just don't have the gold income that I'd like. And I'm like, oh, there's some right in front of me. So let's see how far I'm going. Not doing as much damage as I thought it would. Doesn't matter, I mean, I'll just keep getting my numbers up.
Salve.
Okay, so yeah, he wiped that earlier army. So anyways, I want to be getting a trap, but again, I look at the score and I kind of realize I don't have the most time, but I have to be smart how I do this. Wow, that's something. So with the castle, and with my soon-to-be house, good shot. I don't know if he meant to do that, but he got it. So force a reaction, great. And then, yeah, he just doesn't have numbers. If he would have transitioned to just knight cav, that would have been smart. Yeah, let's repair that thing. Now, I don't catch wind of this, and the bolt should have transferred with an angle it would have turned. It doesn't matter. So then I'm like, probably because he has villagers. So pivot the shots is great. And then I don't have any cavalry, so I just throw them over there. They'll get the job done. And done. Sweet. Did he get murder rolls? I don't know. Anyways. Yeah, so he can't afford it anymore. I know this has been a lot about this side, but when I say that, that's a decent amount of villagers on gold. But, okay. So things are like that. Things are pretty good over here. Gosh, he killed all my villagers over there. So what's the kill count? He's still beating me on the kill count. I plan on making my revenge. Okay, so he does not have revenge. Nice. So anyways, this is what's interesting. There's no way he can hold this. And yet, he really, really wants to. I have no idea why. So I'm like, whatever, I guess I'll just get villager kills. It's kind of an obsession that I have to do, but like at this stage of the game, villagers probably aren't worth as much. Like they are, but they aren't. So anyways, it is what it is, and that's important. I mean, what else am I gonna do? Fight this military with my level pack? No. If I was smart, I would have done raids, but this was a fight for... Nice. Ooh, almost. I think it was just out of range. They wanted to hit it. But I did a great job of not wasting my units. So again, when you can, get the high ground. I did not have siege engineers like I would have liked, but it's all good. So anyways, we're going to get into our ideal composition. Finally get some upgrades for defenses. So, yeah, he's finally transitioning into some trash units. Which is smart. So anyways, I want to start my push. And I have a few halbs over here. And I'm making villagers, which is good. I'm really focused on this one to get some more. Wish I'd had my monks forward the whole time. Like, jeez. Could have had so many conversions and nice things. Typically, in the death ball scenario, I want a castle, helps mitigate some things, so on and so forth. But it didn't work out that way, and generally speaking, that's okay. But he's going to do a counter raid, so that was smart, honestly. Get some free shots off. Ironically, the monks died. So do I preserve these villagers? Maybe. But now it's my turn, so I'm excited about that. Nothing like reclaiming old military grounds. But I'm in a decent shot. But again, these are basic. Literally. So I'm not too worried about it. I'm just gonna get 3 kills. He's not gonna get anything out of it. Yeah, some halves, but you know, okay. That Scorpion was on business. So anyways, that TC got nuked. And then crazy pathing, whatever, back home, he's doing a good job with raids. I don't plan on losing any more villagers, so I overreacted, but that's okay. And I'm no dummy. I know pathing is dumb, so I had to fix it, and I'm gonna do that. How much damage is that per head? Pretty good. He's elite? No, they're not. Alright. Well, there's no high ground to be had, so, okay. Let him just run wild. Pretty much. So yeah, we're gonna take it all out, so that's good. He's gonna constantly send in raids, which is smart, but that's why I'm gonna start having little clumps of army here and there. So the main fight over here is going good. I wasn't planning on taking out the siege workshop, but it's helpful because if he just like pops out a main and almost fires, like that's I wish I would have done Bodkin for the castles, but yeah, it's okay. I mean, they'll go through the lane pretty good. Romans don't get arson, so oh well. But okay, so this is why you make heavy cavalry. You can snipe things way easier. They're more durable to get there. So he's up to Hussar. The production queue, we're just making sieges. You know, humans or horses on, or horses, jeez, or humans on horses. Yeah, this is pretty cool, you know. But anyways, okay. So 7 idle bills, not too bad amidst all this. But nope, things are going good. Come back. I kind of realized this, and I'm like, ooh, okay. I should have just kept them going, but whatever. That's a little silly. So yeah, I'm gonna lose that 100%. And we definitely have things under control. I just need them to move a little forward, but generally speaking, we're good. So sending in one at a time is such a waste of res. You have to clump, and then you have to go. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Anyways, doing solid over here. Great. Have a decent amount of army. And then now we're punching in for the death blow. And the kill count is still in his favor. But you know what? We overcame it, and we definitely destroyed a billion tons of buildings. So anyways, gonna get some kills over here. That's great. Calls the GGs. Did the final push yield a positive net ratio? It would have, if you would have even done like 2 more in-game minutes. I told him good back and forth, not capture age, whatever basic game version this is. It does not show you commentary after this. But I think he did a really good job. The literal only difference he could have done better was make 2-3 trebs, pop them out of the castle, and then attack my castle. Or, dare say, throw a couple more trebs in.
Impera. Tibi Servio.
So yeah, I've got a decent amount of army clump. They're heading this way, so they don't count, but these guys do. And then, obviously have some back home, so that's smart. But yeah, so generally speaking, went lower than I would have liked on the Ville count. I did not get to go Centurion and Legionary, but that's okay. I had all of the upgrades in, I want to say, except for Elite. Yep. So, extremely powerful unit. I mean, this can easily beat a Cavalier, which is crazy. Like, no upgrades beyond the standard blacksmith stuff, and easily beats a Cavalier, which is crazy. But okay. The biggest thing is, if you can stabilize in any way, great. But there's kind of this world where sometimes you gotta go heavy on eco and then military. I wish I would have had more production facilities, and usually I'm good at that. But I got up to 5 barracks, which is good. I got up to... Okay, 4. Yeah, 4 siege workshops, so pretty good. I was down to 1 stable. I don't know when I lost this one, but yeah, it's fine. So, nope, things are good. Yeah, 3 castles, didn't lose any, but granted I had to basically buy 2 with this one. But nope, held it, and it was important to keep this going, which was good. And then my other outlets were good, and he kept attacking over here, which is pretty smart. But yeah, so long term, I had the chance to just keep going, right? It's weird, but it just withstood the pressure, and this late game comp is what it's really all about. Didn't get siege engineers, but this zones out archers, and then it can still punish melee units. And the best part about this, no friendly fire, no micro, other than like don't go into castle fire. Watch out for onagers, but these guys, along with light cav, if I built any, good for sniping siege. And again, no legionaries, but I did what I needed to, which was he's gonna go cavalry, and I need mass production. So that's good. Quick check the stats real quick. So I ended up beating him across the board, other than, I don't know, efficiency. But generally speaking, yeah, 0 buildings raised from him, 0 lost for me. I really thought he had a bigger army, but okay. And his eco, I said, like, oh, be good on eco. But generally, 10% threshold difference, not even. And I was on the defense 99% of the time. So the counter raid bought me enough time. That's where it's at. Again, always make villagers. You need them. Even if you're not offensive. But I'm Dr. Loving. I played Kimbo. Forgot to mention his name earlier. But till next time, peace.